Hello, friends. I hope you're doing really well today. And we wanted to bring to you a little discussion around the difference between supportive eating and we'll call it different things, ranging from careful eating to orthorexia. Orthorexia. And for those of you who don't know, orthorexia is not a DSM diagnosis, but it's well known in the eating disorder world as basically obsession and compulsions with air quotes here, healthy eating. And I know that's a very, very broad term because pretty much everyone we've ever worked with has their own definition of what's healthy. And it usually depends on our early life experiences, our experience with the wellness industry, our experiences with the medical industry, our family of origin, our peer, our peer groups, things like that. So let's just jump right into it. And how we define supportive eating is kind of an amalgam of lots of different, um, probably philosophies, to be honest. Of course, we take from intuitive eating. We also take from the eating competence model from Ellen Satter. And just our general way of describing it as supportive eating is very flexible, that we are able to recognize that there's nothing wrong at all with wanting to eat to improve energy levels, to help manage a medical condition, just to have more, what's the right word here? Vitality, to help us have more regular bowel function, all the different reasons we might make food changes. And that could be called supportive. And that some prime definitions within supportive eating would be that you're not using your eating, your quest for um, changing your food to change your body. Now, it's okay to change, again, how you're feeling. If you want to, let's say, improve GI health and you recognize that some more fiber and some probiotic foods are helping you have more um, comfortable and regular bowel movements, that's a really great thing. And you can totally do that without calorie restricting. In fact, if you try to do those things with calorie restricting, you might find that it's not that effective because your body still needs enough calories to keep your gut motility strong and working well. So a lot of times, again, in wellness culture, people often do lots of we'll call them novel foods to be able to like try to override the need for the calories, or do lots of supplements to override the dysfunction in the gut, which is being caused by slower metabolism and gut motility just because of lack of calories. So again, there's all kinds of ways in which gut health, things like that can show up. So supportive eating would be, I'm making food changes, but I'm basically not dieting. My eating is quite competent, meaning I can eat most of the time from hunger and fullness. When I don't eat from hunger and fullness, I'm quite aware that I'm not, and it's intentional, or maybe it was by accident, but you're not guilt tripping yourself about it, feeling shame about it. It's not your main tool or way to navigate dysregulation or a hard day, essentially. So, yeah, we'll call supportive eating trying to do your best with the knowledge you have in a non fear-based way to try to improve a health situation. So what would be the opposite of all that? And that would be um, maybe it started off really good and well-meaning in terms of making some food changes to improve health or vitality, energy, whatever. But the other aspects of health, other physical, mental, emotional, spiritual aspects of health are being neglected. And all the focus is on, did I eat it? Did I eat right? Did I eat too much? Did I not eat enough? Did I eat too much of this kind of food? That too much food? Is it balanced? Maybe I'm too loose. Maybe and just an anxious desperation to want to mentally get it right. And so we can see right there that even if the food was relatively good, the the heightened dysregulation, the fight or flight within that is actually causing stress hormones to be produced to help you cope with a perceived threat. So right there, we're already not doing so well, and we're defeating the purpose of our change eating habits when we feel like if we don't do them in a certain kind of amount or frequency, then we're actually causing more anxiety than that would be doing our bodies any good from the maybe food choices we're making. So it's a tricky balance. And when we don't have enough internal, when we don't have the interoceptive awareness, when we don't have the body trust, when we're afraid of rejection, we can become performative. And this will be in later posts that I've got out there, that you can definitely search my website for, or also just future posts. I'll be talking more about this too. Is that when we fear rejection or fear in general, we tend to become performative and we lose the heart of the motives for eating more supportively in the first place. So if you're finding yourself kind of stuck in this trap of healthy eating to deal with anxiety or to deal with fears of rejection, deal with the dysregulation you have in your body, whether that's from trauma, from medical trauma, health anxiety, all those kind of things. My first suggestion, of course, if you're not already seeking support from a mental health practitioner, please do that, because any kind of obsessions with your food usually is going to have some kind of root in the brain trying to find a way to feel safe. And it's not really about the food or the weight or the health. It's just kind of the red herring. So please seek out the support you need for that, or reach out to us. And if we know somebody that's would be suitable for where you live, then we'll be happy to help you out and recommend that. But number two is regulation, regulation, and more regulation, which means be a capture of your thoughts. And it's as simple as like, oh, did I just say that if I don't eat 5 cups of whatever fruit or vegetable this day, that maybe it's okay one day to get away from that, but I can't do that regularly. Otherwise I'll get sick and something bad will happen, or I'll get some kind of disease, or I won't be seen as healthy, or spiritually ascended, or I'll get rejected, whatever the fears that have some over coupling with this need to get the food right or perfect. That's something that you just at least notice that's happening. And what is your reaction in your system around it? Oh gosh, like I'm feeling my heart racing and my jaw clenched and my eyes are kind of wide and my brain's spinning. Right there, it's really hard to make a frontal lobe, even rational decision with your food. And it's hard to feel inside the truth of like, well, do I want to eat broccoli, or do I feel like I have to eat broccoli and I'm afraid something bad will happen to me, or something is negative about me if I don't do it? That's not interoceptive awareness, and that's actually not body trust or body oriented eating. It's again fear-based eating. And can we come to the place of like, I deserve better than feeling like that every single food choice I make has that high stakes? Because the likelihood isn't a big picture. Once we learn how to eat more from body trust, I think we're going to find that we actually eat, I'll use air quotes, good, healthier than we ever did when we were trying to control things so much. So I hope those are two helpful places for you to get started with this. And if this makes sense to you, we'd love to hear more about what you're maybe more individually struggling with, so that we can shoot you in the right direction and provide you some more support. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.